Today we talk about the brand new Barad-dur. It's gonna be raw, it's gonna be unfiltered, and it's gonna be uncensored. Okay, maybe not uncensored, but it is going to be a review that some of you may not agree with. We're gonna grade the set out of 100. We're gonna compare it to some of its biggest competitors to see who comes out on top, and really just see if this set is worth $500. Our second large Lord of the Rings release since LEGO released Rivendell in March of 2023. We did get the amazing Tower of Orthanc back in 2013, which is also similar and now sells for right around $1,100 on average. Here we are in 2024, LEGO's trying to raise the bar again and create the new standard for LEGO Lord of the Rings set. But does it stand up against other LEGO sets that are available in the same price range? Let's find out. There are 10 total minifigures in this set, and yes, I'm gonna count our friend Gollum over here. 8 out of the 10 minifigures are exclusive to this set, with only Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee being repurposed from Rivendell. Frodo comes with the infamous ring, while Samwise is carrying the Phial of Galadriel. One cool addition is the new molded orc helmets, and both Samwise and Frodo get a helmet in order to blend in with their surroundings, just like in the movie. Now back over to Gollum. This is our first exclusive minifigure. We've had 3 renditions of Gollum so far, and I have to be honest, I think this is the worst one. The other 2 have a facial print that looks a little more reminiscent of Gollum, in my opinion. However, he still is a nice addition to the set. Next, we have a great selection of orcs. The nice thing about all these minifigures is that although they have some similarities, they all have differences to make them a little bit more unique and different. First, we have these 2 exclusive orcs in green. The printing on these minifigures is absolutely incredible, and the level of detail is honestly just impressive. You're also going to get 4 of these printed shields that are a new printed element, and I have to say, these are pretty close to some of the best looking shield elements we have ever had in a LEGO set. Moving on, we have this orc chef, which also has some amazing print detailing. He also comes with this nice stick, and of course, a hot dog on the end of it, giving him that real chef appearance. Next, we have another orc, or what looks like an Uruk-hai warrior. He has the same head print as the orc chef, but slightly different printing on the torso and legs, which is nice to see. One of my favorite minifigures in this set has got to be Gothmog, or also known as the Lieutenant of Morgul. He appears in the 3rd movie, The Return of the King, as the army of Lord Sauron attacks Osgiliath. His 2 arms have different colors depicting his deformed arm on the one side. He has the deformed head print, which I think looks really good and true to form. But one of my favorite parts is his incredible printed chest armor. On to the 2 minifigures that everyone is most intrigued about, the Mouth of Sauron and Lord Sauron himself. Now, I never knew the Mouth of Sauron even existed until this set came out, but you best believe I watched the King Returns extended version while building this set, not only to get in the mood, but to see everything that I missed the first 10 times I watched the movie. The Mouth of Sauron is an amazing addition to the set, and his printing looks incredible. He only has the facial printing on the front, of course, and it looks very true to the movie version. The main attraction is, of course, Lord Sauron himself. He also has a cape. He has some incredible detailed printing on his torso and legs. His face print is also one-sided with some detailed fire and flame printing for the eyes and facial features. He carries a massive brick-built mace, but there's one gripe that I have with both of these minifigures. I really don't like the fact that both of these helmets are rubber. After looking closer, the coloring is kind of muted, and I think it would have been better served to have had hard plastic in my mind, like the other helmets in the set. Even if you compare the actual helmet to the box picture, it can be a little bit deceiving on the helmets, which is disappointing. I'm guessing they may have done this because of all the spikes on the helmets, either for child safety or maybe so the spikes don't break off too easily. I wish this was different because it does cheapen the look in my opinion, but overall, this is an incredible lineup of minifigures. I guess the only other thing that I would say is I wish that they added a few more minifigures. I don't feel like 10 was just quite enough. The minifigure lineup is incredible. I have a few gripes in there, but regardless, these are some awesome minifigures. So out of a potential grade of 20 on the minifigures, I am going to put them in that 18 out of 20 grade. Very solid grade on a solid cast of minifigures. So I got my set on release day, and yes, I did get the coveted Fell Beast GWP. But given the absurd prices that this set is going for on the aftermarket, I will not be cracking mine open and doing a review of it. You're just going to have to settle with this look at the front and the back of the box, and the fact that I think this set looked absolutely amazing for a GWP right off the get-go. I think it was a fantastic set to include, especially considering that it has a Nazgul minifigure. The first thing I want to point out on Barad-dur, which is kind of annoying, is this massive warning print on the front and side of what should be an amazing box. They even give you a full readout of the same warning in the box in case you missed it or are just bored and want to read it again. This really draws your attention away from the beautiful box art that is on this box. I'm all for safety for sure, but this just seems excessive for an adult-themed collector's item. Anyways, with that rant out of the way, the build consists of 40 bags, 5,471 pieces, and 3 manuals. Manual 1 is going to have you building the first 5 minifigures, as well as the base of the model, which is the Forge and Dungeon. You're also going to build this nice little side build that showcases Frodo, Sam, and Gollum on Mount Doom to destroy the ring. Next, you're going to start building the base of Barad-dur, which I will say is very solid and is not flimsy at all if you have to carry it around. There is a lot of lava encasing the base of the tower, which I'm still not sure if I like or not. This 1x4 tile comes in transparent orange for the first time, and you're going to place 63 of these throughout the set. You're also going to build this stairwell that leads up to the front doors, which does mechanically open by turning this knob disguised as a rock on the exterior. This is a very nice touch, and the mechanical base does click and slide in very nicely to the main base. In this lower area, you have all types of weapons and armor mounted around the area. I really like these shoulder pads, which are not exclusive to this set, but definitely look like orc armor. There's also this nice lava pool on the left side that can be used to torture the orc's prey. This cage can be lowered up and down into the lava by turning this gear up here. Over here on the right, you can pull this secret platform out, which I'm assuming is a reference to Shelob, which is a nice addition. Going a little bit further, there is this small little cave, which has a fish sitting on the ground, which I'm assuming is for Gollum. Manual 2 has you building the second floor, which is the dining hall. You're going to build the next 3 minifigures with this floor. Lego definitely had to take some creative liberties because we never really saw inside the tower itself, but I'm not upset about that. I think the designers did a great job of adding potential scenes and some humor to the set, which I really like. The second floor is complete with a large table filled with food. You can grab some drinks, pick the food off the menu, which is the first of our stickers. There are minimal printed pieces in this set and only a few stickers, which was fine. Most of the stickers are on the larger side and have some really cool detail, so I like what they did with these. This piece of chalk below the menu board is also a really cool touch. I also like the fact that they used the lava as the way to cook all the orcs' food. There is this secret rock that can be pulled out over here on the left that uses another sticker to depict the designs of the rings that were given to the elves. On to the third and final manual, you're going to build the third floor and top tower. You'll build the final 2 minifigures at this point. The third floor is going to house Lord Sauron's throne room, which I think looks really good. The large black throne sits right in the center with multiple flags on either side. There is this small pull-out knob on the front that cuts the throne in half and opens this secret room behind. In this room, we can see some nice sticker rock work on the walls. A map of the conquest of Middle-earth sits on the back wall. And then we have this new element, the Palantir orb, sitting in the middle on a nice display. This orb is a minifigure head with the white tree of Gondor on one side and then the Shire on the other side, both unfortunately on fire. The third floor slides in and attaches with the final tower being connected with this pin. First up on the tower is the Chamber of the Mouth of Sauron. In here, you're going to find these different details with these wall stickers. I love Sauron's portrait art right up here at the very top. There is this Mithril shirt sitting over here on the desk that was used to try to trick the Fellowship. There is also these printed scrolls on these window pieces, which is the first time that we have seen these made. Right above this room is the library, which has a bunch of large stickers on the walls depicting all the different scrolls and history of Middle-earth. There is this base that does pivot and move the large stairs from side to side to allow you to grab books off the higher shelves. There is also this main scroll piece right here in the center. I'm not sure what exactly it is. Maybe something that allows you to find the book that you're looking for in the library. And then after the library, we finally reach the pinnacle of the set, with the main attraction of the set being the all-seeing Eye of Sauron. The eye is nicely made with different orange and yellow translucent pieces to allow for the included light brick at the back to bring life to the eye by lighting it up. I also really like the way the eye has the ability to pivot pivot in every direction to give it the look and feel of the actual eye from the movie. I have to say, with all that said, this is a tedious build in a lot of spots. Having built Rivendell, having built the Avengers Tower, which are similar in price and size, I would have to say that the build experience in these two sets is miles ahead of Barad-dur, unfortunately. I do really like the look of the exterior, all the small elements like the recolored spears, the ship butters, the blade elements to give the evil vibe to the tower really look good. I also really like these two spires that come up off of the sides, as well as the orange elements that were used in the windows to kind of simulate flaming light on the interior. Stepping back from the tower though, I think it looks very true to form, and I really do like the look of the finished product overall, even though there are some areas that I can't say that I love. So grading the build experience on this one is tough because I really have to think back of my feelings and the build experience for some of the other sets that are similar. And even though the finished product of Barad-dur is incredible, it just wasn't as good as far as the build experience. Grading the build experience out of 40, I'm gonna have to drop it down to 29, unfortunately, on this one. Now, I have a couple thoughts on the display of this set. First, the finished product makes the somewhat tedious build of this set all worth it. This set looks really good when it's all said and done, and it's a welcome addition to any Lego or Lord of the Rings fan collection. My second thought is the size of the set. It's 33 inches or 83 centimeters high and 18 inches or 45 centimeters wide. This gives it a pretty wide base while also having the really large height. This set is going to take some serious display space, but if you have the room, it's gonna look incredible. On the function side, this set is really good. There is a lot of hidden features, which I really like. The door moves, the throne opens up, the light up functions for the eye. There is really just a lot of function on this set, and those are the pieces that are gonna break up the build a little bit and make it a little bit more enjoyable for the adult fan when building, but it's also gonna add a lot of play function for that younger fan. So it's a little bit mixed on display, but very solid on the play function. So out of a total grade of 20, I'm gonna give the display a 7, and I'm gonna give the play functions a 9 for a total grade of 16 out of 20 on display and play functions. Now we move into overall value, and it's time to do some comparison. Rivendell comes in at just about 8 cents per piece. Avengers Tower is gonna be a lot higher than that at 9.5 cents per piece. And then Barad-dur is gonna kind of nestle right in the middle at about 8.5 cents per piece. So it's not the best price per piece ever, but it is very competitive. Rivendell had 21 minifigures at an average value of $185 to $215 as of this recording. Avengers Tower had 31 minifigures and a total value of between $300 to $350. And then we come to Barad-dur, an all-star cast of 10 minifigures. It's a little harder to get a firm value at this point in time, but looking at the current listings and sales on Bricklink and eBay, these minifigures are being valued at in the range of $300 to $400 for a full brand new set of minifigures, which is absolutely insane. I'm sure this is going to go down over time, but I'm assuming that they will still land somewhere in that $200 to $300, which is an incredible value for 10 minifigures. With that, I think you can guess where I'm going with the overall value on this. I'm gonna give it a grade of 19 out of 20. I can't give it a grade of 20 out of 20. I gotta at least leave a little bit of room for Lego to actually give us an even better value on a future set. So in conclusion, the set is amazing. It has some really awesome things about it, but then it also, like we talked about, does have some drawbacks. The final grade on this set is going to be 82 out of 100, which is going to put this into the consider buying this set category. It does just slightly miss that must-buy category, and maybe it should be in that category. However, it drops below that category just for the simple fact that it's a very tedious build, building an all-black tower. So now the big question. If I was forced to go to an abandoned island and I had to pick either Avengers Tower, Barad-dur, or Rivendell to take with me, which one would I take? And that's a tough question because I think all three of these sets are iconic Lego sets. And I think in 20 years, all three of these sets are gonna be still talked about. But if I had to pick one and I had to choose, I guess the only way I can answer that question would be I love you 3000. Thanks for watching.